Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be if you started hopefully your peppers, it would then be your tomatoes. I've done the same. We're going to be doing this together. And the next thing that I'm going to be planting is some herbs that might take a little bit longer. Something like rosemary likes to be super cold. You could have had that in your refrigerator, freezer for 2 months and pull it out, plant it in a house. You might have a little bit more success. It's freezing here. So I decided to just put my seeds in the spot where my rosemary was before we got the ice storm and killed it. So we're just going to use regular seeds, my friends. We are going to use dollar store, 4 for $1. You can plant your thyme now. You can plant sage right now. Oregano. I got 2 oreganos. You can get started on some cilantro. If you like, you can start cilantro. Takes it a hot minute. You might want to do quite a few cilantros, especially if we're going to do the salsa garden, because once cilantro gets in the heat, it bolts. Keep that in mind. If you would like to start some sweet Italian basil, you can. And you can also start some Genovese basil. You'll be eating some in the house, I'm sure. But I also picked out Italian parsley for the herbs for you to be starting now. Some Long Island Mammoth dill. I'm just going to use dollar store. If you don't already have chives on your property, if you have a nice pretty pot for a patio with deck, highly recommend this because my chives have lived for, let me see, I've been gardening 35 years. My chives are probably about as old as my Johnny, who is now just recently turned 27, so it's like 26 years old. My bucket of chives, and I have chives in I actually took it out of the bucket and planted it in my kitchen garden. So it's all about the herbs right now. You could do Italian parsley, like I said, and I think one more. Did I mention it? Let me see. I have thyme out as well. You can plant some thyme. If you happen to have anything like German chamomile, you could start that right now. And I think I left one out, sage. Definitely start your sage now. And I was given calendula. I started that. 2 different types of borage. I've already started that. My borage all came up. So I up-potted it into this. They're looking fantastic. I just recycled these burpee containers. I took them from the styrofoam cup. I sprinkled 5 seeds in there. All of them came up, which was true leaf. And the other one is a blue borage, and only 3 came up. So I planted 2. This is what I've done so far, so you're not far behind. This is the blue borage, and then I planted an additional seed in each one because the other ones didn't germinate. So I have borage going, calendula. I just did that today. I just planted that today. And let me think. Calendula. And I also did this. Let me show you. If you have cauliflower, broccoli, you could have started that in January in order to avoid the bugs for the summer. If not, I would highly recommend maybe like bug netting. But I just sowed some of these seeds. There's not very many in here. There's 25. Purple of Sicily cauliflower is supposed to be very bug resistant. I think in the styrofoam cup, it's down there with the calendula. I planted maybe 5 or 6 tops to try this out this year. And that's it. So we're still on board. I still have all the herbs. I'm going to be planting my holy basil tomorrow, either tomorrow or Tuesday. My German chamomile. Those things take longer. Like I said, rosemary is a little bit difficult. And then I'm going to be doing sage, oregano, Italian parsley, some sweet Italian basil. Let me see. So sage, show you one more time. oregano, Italian parsley, 4 for $1. Sweet Italian basil, I have this one open. And then, let me see, I'm starting thyme for my kitchen herb garden. Chives, I'm going to start another chive right there, super easy to do. Some Long Island Mammoth dill. Dill's another thing that will bolt, so you can get that started along with your cilantro. I did say cilantro, didn't I? And Italian parsley. There was one other thing I wanted to start. I did say my oregano. Let me think. There was one other thing I wanted to start. Oh, and then I'm going to be starting my eggplants. So my eggplants, I will be doing all my herbs most likely tomorrow. And then we'll just say Tuesday, I'm going to plant all my eggplants. So that's the order that we're on. If you're following in this gardening for beginners, I would say get all your herbs started. If you're cold like I am, you have a spot for your rosemary, you can make a hole, sprinkle the seeds down there, cover them up, and the cold will actually help it, and hopefully it'll come up in spring. If not, you might have to be like me who buys a plant, which is not the end of the world. And the only other thing that I started, like I said, was my purple of Sicily, 5 or 6 of them, but you don't have to worry about it. But if you do want cabbage, cauliflower, and broccoli, start them right away. The faster you start them and get them going, they will be able to be harvested sooner. I'm a little behind myself, my friends, so we'll be behind together. I also have my Mammoth basil, but I don't think... Okay, this is 4 to 6 weeks. I'm going to wait till probably next week to start my Mammoth basil. I want to get a little bit of a head start. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's the list of things you can start planting. Don't forget, if you have calendulum or borage, you can start that. Germinates fairly quickly. At least my borage did. So that's it for the list this week. I will leave the items down below in the description of what you can get started. Besides your peppers, your tomatoes, and those things, if you didn't start broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and you want them, plant them. Hurry, 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 plant them. And then we're going straight to herbs and straight to eggplant. So, I have my eggplants all here. I have a good array of eggplants. Oswald, Black Beauty, Rosita, Rosa Blanca. So, yeah. This is just a few that I have sitting here, right here, that I'm going to be starting this year. They were very, very prolific last year. Plus, I also have a new one on an eggplant that I got in my seed order that I'm going to be adding into my array of eggplants that I am planting for my garden this year. I got extra Black Beauties because we love eggplant. So that will be this week. Eggplants, but do all your herbs and things like borage, calendulum, and then we will move on and plant eggplants. So don't start the eggplants right now, just do your herbs. Chamomile takes a hot minute, and your holy basil will take a little bit too. So let's get going and planting all of our herbs if you're following along with this gardening for beginners. And then I will come back and tell you when it's time to plant the eggplants, which will be this week or next week. When I go to announce it, I will bring you along. I think I'm just going to do it right in a styrofoam cup, maybe save me some aggravation this year instead of putting it in cells. Then I have to pull it out of the cells, and then I have to up-pot it. I might just do a bunch in styrofoam cups. I don't know. We'll have to see. So yeah, that's what I'm starting. So don't forget, if you want cabbages, broccoli, cauliflower, plant them now. Then plant your herbs, and then we'll be planting our eggplant. I already started broccoli and cabbages, and the only one that, because my order was late coming in, I did a couple of the purple of Sicily cauliflower because it's bug resistant, so I'm in no rush to take this out of the garden. So I don't mind that I just started this because it takes 90 days for full maturity, 8 to 10 days to germinate. So I sowed a few on the top of a cup. I showed that in a previous video. When they germinate and come up, then I will up pot them into a styrofoam cup with drainage holes, just using potting soil. So that is my video, and that's to bring you along on what's next to plant, and that's all your herbs, my friend. So get ready, get a red solo cup, get a styrofoam cup. If you have the seed tray that I recommended that was inexpensive by Jiffy, you could start in there and start your herbs. So I love you. This is Melody, and you're at Big Leg and Let's Dig It Homestead. And I will catch you on the next video when it's exactly time to plant our eggplants. Okay, so I love you. Get ready, plant your herbs, go to the dollar store, 4 for $1. You can't beat it. And if you have things from other companies like your chamomile, your calendula, your holy basil, and your borage, you also want to plant that with this. Anything that takes a while. So I hope that was helpful. Love you all. Like, subscribe, share, run the commercials. I'll catch you on the next video. Everybody's doing such a great job, the new gardeners. I'm so happy for you. We are going to grow awesome gardens this year, and you are too. You're going to grow your own food. So I love you. Catch you on the next video. Bye-bye, everyone.